What's up, guys? It's Brad Gale again, coming at you live with another video. Today's topic is how to build or increase your self-esteem. Now, in 2017, it's quite an issue, quite a bit of a problem, seeing as a lot of people are disconnected from a lot of emotional stuff, being in front of like technology and computers and screens and stuff like that, and also aren't really being themselves because they're putting on a front. With all the filters and stuff like that on Instagram, Snapchat and stuff like that. So self-esteem isn't quite there anymore, which is why I wanted to post this video on how to build your self-esteem or increase it if you already have it. Now, there's six pillars to self-esteem. Today I'm going to cover three because I'm already late for the gym and I want to get there as soon as possible. I'll do the other three, what's today? Tuesday. I'll do the other three on Thursday. I'll do like a two-part series. So first pillar is practicing the art of living consciously. What does that mean? I'll give you two scenarios. You've got scenario number one. I'll just use a guy for example because I am a guy last time I checked. But guy number one, he wakes up next to his wife. Doesn't really say good morning or chat to her. Gets into his car, drives to work to his mundane job, does what he has to do like he does the previous day and the previous day, does like a Groundhog Day type job. Finishes his day, can't really remember what happened. He done what he had to do. On the way home, he gets some junk food, maybe some McDonald's, or a Rooster, Hungry Jack's, Burger King, whatever country you're in. And he gets home, he's tired because he isn't really eating healthy. He sits himself around the TV, doesn't really acknowledge his wife, even though it's dinner time and he was probably late. He sits down in front of the TV and he just watches TV until he falls asleep, and then that's it. He sort of zones out and then doesn't really connect with his wife. That's scenario number one. Then you got guy number two who wakes up, bounces out of bed with a passion, says good morning to his wife, tell her she looks beautiful. That's important, guys. Remember that. He gets on to his own business. He's an entrepreneur. He starts working quickly and passionately with energy and excitement on his project all day because he's in love with it. He's passionate. He loves what he does, and he can probably do it for free if he wanted to. He finishes his day. He comes back home in time for dinner. Says g'day to his wife. How was your day, honey? All that sort of stuff. Connects with her. Sits at the table, and this is the key point. He is present. He is conscious when he comes home. Mind isn't elsewhere. He's at the dinner table. He's looking at his wife in the eyes, and he's connecting with her. Which guy's going to have bigger or more self-esteem? You think? Great answer. The second guy, right? Second is for so many reasons, and the list could go on. But as I said, it's living consciously. That's the first pillar. Pillar number two is the practice of self-acceptance. I'll give an example for this one. Practice of self-acceptance. Now, I'm assuming people go outside and they see other people walking down the street. When you do that, you always see this old guy. There's always an old guy with he's going bald and he's got a massive comb over with nothing underneath, right? Like a Donald Trump or, some of the weird old guys you see at the shopping centers and stuff like that. They haven't accepted that their genetics and who they are is that they are going bald. That's a fact. There's nothing they can do to change that, and they haven't accepted it. And that's a bit of an issue, right? Obviously their self-esteem will be quite low. So there's a bit of a rule of thumb when you want to live a life of self-acceptance. I'll give you a bit of a scenario. So there's a saying improve what you can change and accept what you can't change. Improve what you can change and accept what you can't change. If you're born with 6 fingers, or if your genetics are suggesting that you're going to go bald, you can't be comparing yourself to other people. How come I'm not like this, or how come I'm not like that? Accept who you are. When I was in school, I used to be a bit chubby. I used to be one of the fat kids in school. And I was always comparing myself, this and that. But in my genetics, in my family, at a very young age, we were quite big, right? And that's just sort of the genetics and how it goes. There's 3 different body types, if you understand. There's an ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph. So skinny, muscly, and basically fat. All sort of in between the muscly and fat. That was my genetics. And although my self-esteem was quite low, I understood that I had to accept that and improve what I could improve. So I could improve my physical appearance. I could improve my fitness and stuff like that. But I've accepted that my body type holds on to body fat a lot more than other people would. And this is another perfect example. In Hollywood, you got like Jason Statham, The Rock, Vin Diesel. All these guys, they're going bald. They're going bald. What do? They're not trying to hide it and have a comb over and stuff like that. They've accepted it. They've shaved it all off. And now, like, they're probably the sexiest guys in Hollywood. Now they're rocking that. Do you know what I mean? So accept, live a life, or the second pillar is living a life, or the practice of self-acceptance. I'm sorry. The practice of self-acceptance. So the first one is the practice of living consciously. The second one is the practice of self-acceptance. Alright, so just quickly, the third one, the practice of self-responsibility, and this is so important. You got a lot of unhealthy, segue from the previous one, a lot of unhealthy, overweight people that just have a low rock bottom self-esteem. And look, the effects of that is of being unhealthy and being in a not so good physical state is it affects your health, it affects your relationships, it affects your mental state, and it affects people around you, like people you do business with you. If you're not fully there and present in the moment, healthy and firing and stuff like that, or if you're overweight, you're not going to be pleasant to deal with in business, and even in your relationship and stuff like that. So live a life of self-responsibility. A lot of people are unfit because they have a medical condition. This is acting up. I've got ankle pain or back pain or a thyroid problem or something like that. Write this down. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. 19 out of 20 people are saying they have a medical condition, that's why they're out of shape or that's why they're unfit. It's bullshit. They're just using that as an excuse, I can tell you right now. You're in control. You're the one who puts food in your mouth. You're the one that doesn't get up and exercise. You're the one. You're in control. You make the decisions. It's your choice to do that. No one's forcing you to sit down. If you've got ankle pain, that's fine. Go swimming. If you eat because you're unhappy, do something that makes you happy. There's a solution for everything. You're in control, so never forget that. So live a life of self-responsibility, or the practice of self-responsibility. And I say practice because all these things, you can't just do them once, and that's the end of it. You have to continually practice and practice and practice and practice for the end of your life to always have that self-esteem, because it's not like you do it once and it's set forever. You have to continuously do it, because life throws you curveballs. You might get injured, and then you might get out of shape. Something might happen to you, and then you have to accept that. Do you know what I mean? Like you might have, God forbid, a car accident and you'll lose your legs, for example. You can't change that, so you do have to accept that and move on. You see a lot of people that do have car accidents that become Olympic athletes. They lost their legs. They're going, what am I going to do? Okay, I'm going to enter disabled Olympics. And they crush it. Why? Because they accepted that. They haven't dwelled on that, and they haven't let that affect their lifestyle. They haven't let that crush their self-esteem. So just quickly a recap, guys. There's 6 pillars. This is the first 3. So the first one is the practice of living consciously. The second one is the practice of self-acceptance, and the third one is the practice of self-responsibility. That's the first 3, guys. I'm out of here. I'm going to the gym because I want to improve my physical state and boost my self-esteem. And I'll have the next 3 on this coming Thursday. So that's it for me, guys. Have an absolute great night. Have a great rest of the week. Let's all continue to be the absolutely best version of ourselves. I'll catch you next time.